Welcome back to Ozarks Live. It's now time to go back to Cami and Branson and find out what she's up to.
Cami, how are things going?
Yeah, I'm still at Reflections Gallery in Branson, and I'm here with my very own Kincaids. We have Pat Kincaid, who is the brother of the late Thomas Kincaid.
I am.
And his son, Zach Kincaid, so Thomas's nephew. Thank you guys for having me out here.
Well, thank you for coming. It's absolutely exciting that you're all here to enjoy this wonderful event here at Mel's and Liz's wonderful gallery.
Yes, now Mel was telling me a little bit about the things that you're doing. You're adding some highlighting to this painting. What is the actual term for that?
Well, it's called highlighting, but what it does really is a few things to the canvas. The first thing it's going to do is add texture to the canvas. When you look at an original, you'll see the brush strokes, and each of those individual brush strokes add a sense of originality. Well, these brush strokes that I put on in the highlighting also provide that. The second thing it's going to do is reestablish some of the colors that maybe lost a little bit. My brother's company is the best in the world at what it does in terms of reproduction, but in any sort of reproductive process, you're going to lose a little bit of color. This oil brings that all back out. The third thing it's going to do is really establish the background. And when you establish the background of the painting, you pull the piece into dimension. My brother used to say that hanging a painting of his on the wall was much like hanging a window on the wall. You could literally feel like you put your hand into it because of that depth of field that's created. So it's about texture, it's about color, and it's about depth. In very technical terms, what we're going to do is mess with your painting if you bring it out to us.
Oh, that's what I call that customizing, though.
You should be in advertising. I like that much better. We're not going to mess with them, folks. We're going to customize, okay? So,
yeah.
But yeah, in a sense, you do get an original Kincaid in terms of what's happening here, because it'll be unlike any other piece in the world. And beyond that highlighting, you're also going to get a remark. My son Zach is a very talented artist. He's been trained by my brother and by a variety of schools, graduated from Cornell, worked at Art Center School of Design, and so on and so forth. And what he does is do a remark on the back of the piece. Whatever strikes your fancy, whatever image you would like to have on the back of your canvas, Zach will put it on there for you.
Let's look at one of those. You're saying that you can ask for a certain image?
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
if you don't have any inspiration for that?
Well, if you don't, then you can rely on my son for his inspiration.
He has plenty of inspiration.
Oh, he does.
For
He's absolutely magnificent in the sort of work that he does. That's actually one of his original oil pieces. But if he flips it around, this is an example of a remark that he did. It's a little owl on the back. Now, Zach's a very fine sketch artist, and we as galleries actually sell Zach sketches to the collector base. They love them. But in these special circumstances and these promotions that we're having today, you're actually going to get one of Zach's sketches for free, in addition to my highlightings. You will have a Kincaid original. Now, it's a Pat Kincaid original and a Zach Kincaid original, in addition to my brother's work, but it's still a Kincaid original,
Absolutely.
So you never have to say any of that to your friends. You can say, yeah, I got a Kincaid original.
Now, all the paintings around me here are Zach Kincaid paintings, correct? Because he does brush and also pencil work.
Yeah, he does all sorts of work, and these are all limited edition reproductions of Zach's original oils, absolutely. He's got a large catalog of oils, just like my brother did. My brother's vaults now probably have 7,000 or so originals of some sort, whether it's sketches or whether it's half-finished oils, or whether it's studio oils that have been completely finished. Zach's biography, or references, there's about 30 or 40 of those at this time.
So was Thomas a big influence on what you're doing and what Zach does?
Well, Tom's a big influence in everything in relation to the world of art. But in
That's so true.
But in terms of myself, I mean, Tom and I spent our childhoods painting up and down the California coast with my father. And, you know, Tom obviously swam in the deep end of that gene pool in terms of artistic talent, as did Zach. But I had a little talent myself. My father was a hobbyist, and he would train Tom and I in art in one form or fashion. We absolutely loved spending that time with him. And Tom had this image and vision for himself to be an artist for as long as I can remember, even despite all the obstacles he had to overcome as a relatively poor child. We didn't have a whole lot of money growing up. He had this vision that he would be able to impact people through his art, and he stuck with it, and he stuck with it, and he stuck with it. My first remembrances of him were as an artist. He had this little table that my father made, and he put a towel on it, and he called it his studio. He'd put his watercolors out. I'm talking 6 or 7 years old at this point.
Okay.
He'd put his watercolors out and his colored pencils out and his crayons out, and he called it his studio. Not that, hey, Pat, I'm going to go color. It's, hey, Pat, I'm a working artist. This is my studio. Give me time. It's like, hey, Tom, let's go play kickball. kickball. It's like, no, I got to be a working artist. I said, Tom, lighten up, you're 6 years old, sort of thing. And he eventually would eventually come with us and play kickball as well. But he did have this vision. And I believe that there was providence involved. Whatever your faith is, I don't know, but whether it's God or fate or providence that does these sorts of things, for whatever reason, my brother was meant to be an artist. And through his work, he touched millions, and I mean millions of people. There is a time where he was being considered as the most collected artist in the history of the world.
Yeah. Now, you were his little brother?
I was, and better looking.
Well, he's not here to dispute that, but...
Well, he wouldn't.
But as a big brother, I mean, I know that you had to have looked up to him, and I'm sure that he influenced you personally, not just in your art, right?
I was Tom's crash test dummy, basically. Whenever there was some trouble to get into, he would say, hey, Pat, come and do this. You'd be the coolest ever. And all of his dorky friends go, yeah, Pat, you'd be the coolest. And of course, I was a year younger, so I would go ahead and ride the bike off the cliff.
Oh,
and then
my goodness.
if I survived it, then everybody else would join in.
I love this, but listen, this is your chance to come meet the Kincaids yourself. You have just today and tomorrow. You can make an appointment, go to their Facebook page, and you guys, thank you so much. Come join the Kincaids. This is wonderful.
We are your Kincaids
and back
today.
to you.
Love you guys.
Back to you guys.
How fun. All right. Well.